We're here at the program launch of the Canberra International Music Festival, and I'm with Artistic Director Roland Peelman. Hello. So this year's program, well, next year's program, is all around the child within. How did you land on this, and how is this going to be expressed through the music?
Well, in many different ways, I should say, because a festival is a great celebration of music for everyone, really, including our children, right? And including all of us, perhaps, who are no longer children, but I think who need to stay in touch with our inner child in order to remain open to the world as it is, the world as it becomes. We live in a changing world. And in a sense, festivals, I think, have a great contribution to make in order to embrace the new world, the world that we aspire to, the world that we are building, and the world that we want to leave behind to our children.
Beautiful. And so then I understand this is an international festival, not just in terms of the cultures that are being expressed here, but also all the different genres as well. Can you give us a little taste of what to expect?
Yes, the days have long gone that we simply present some classic works from the Western canon. Obviously, we have some amazing musicians. We have 3 string quartets, for example, and the Brodsky Quartet, probably one of the most famous string quartets around the world, is visiting Canberra again on that occasion. So that's fantastic. But at the same time, we have William Barton, who is definitely risen to global superstardom, over these last few years. Just a few months ago, I saw him on the back of the buses in Edinburgh, in Scotland. So that's, to give you just a glimpse of what that means, and also what the world means these days, bringing the Brodsky Quartet together with probably our most prominent Indigenous musician now in Australia, William Barton. So we combine not only Western music, traditional music, we pair it with improvised music, great jazz musicians like Flora Carbo, Theo Carbo, even musicians like Miroslav Bukovsky, who live here in our own community, improvising musicians together with Indigenous musicians, like William, like the Jirmayiliga choir from down the south coast, Yuin women, who have achieved something absolutely remarkable, I think, over the last 5 years. And it's wonderful to be able to invite them to the festival, to our festival, for the first time. A blues singer like Marlene Cummings, for example, in Marlowe's Blues, we're calling it. And I could go on, but, we even have musicians from Africa joining us. So that's the world as we know it now, right? And all of it descends upon Canberra between the 28th of April next year and May 7. That
sounds so fantastic. It's a bit of something for everyone. So if you, come and just see one performance, if you come and see many, what are you hoping, is just that little piece that people are going to really take away from this?
I think a certain freshness and a sense of discovery. It's, I always love people to hear music as if they're hearing it for the first time, without any preconceived ideas, but to really discover something. And that's what the child within actually alludes to, you know what I mean? That we're not staid or jaded in our approach. And I want our musicians to express that, to be fresh and innocent and direct and play for us as if you are the first audiences ever we encounter. And if you think about after all the years with COVID and so on, where we couldn't quite go out like we used to, when we couldn't attend live performance like we used to, it'll be nice to come back to this in a new way, a bit like a child.
Fantastic. Well, if you are interested in feeding that child within, come check out the full program. It's online now. Roland, thank you very much, and I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more soon.
Thank you.